Hi, Phy London here. We're doing a TRX core today. I'm going to go ahead and call this layer 1, and then I'm going to film additional exercises that you can add into your routine to make it more challenging. So enjoy your workout.
Okay, so our first exercise, we're going to make sure we're in the middle of the mat. We're lying right underneath the TRX with the arms straight and lightly pulling down to activate lats. Shoulders pulled back and down. We're going to inhale, prepare. Exhale, imprint the spine. Bring the right leg and then the left leg into tabletop. And we'll go ahead and do 8 alternating heel taps to the ground. Watch for your shoulders rolling forward, shoulders back and down. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, tap down. And lift. Tap down. And lift. Keeping those legs in a right angle. Exhale. Nice and slow. Same amount of time that goes down for the tap as you lift. Slow lift. So you make sure the movement's coming from your hips and not from your knee. So you want to make sure you avoid knee bending. So that rep right there, we want to improve that rep. We want to make sure we're tapping down from the hip flexor, minimal knee flexion, and tap. Again, watch your shoulders. I'll have to recue that a lot. I tend to go forward with the shoulders too. Shoulders back and down. Lightly pressing the entire time on the TRX straps to activate lats and triceps. Do one more on each side. Anywhere from 4 to 8 of these. These nicely warm up your abdominals. Inhale, stay, and exhale, return the feet back down. Hip width distance apart, we're going to do hip rolls. Roll through an imprint. Squeeze your glutes, roll your hips off the mat into your bridge. Inhale, exhale, roll back down through each articulation of the spine to neutral. Roll through an imprint, squeeze your glutes lift. And roll back down through each articulation of the spine. Nice mobilization for the spine, making sure your spine is ready for all your big strength exercises. Roll through an imprint, squeeze your glutes, roll your hips up the mat into your bridge. Inhale, exhale, roll back down. Make sure your hips stay nice and stable and level. Roll through an imprint, squeeze your glutes. Watch the rotation of the hips. Drive that hip that's fallen back up to the ceiling. And then roll back down through each articulation. We'll do one more. Inhale, preparing. Exhale, rolling through that imprint, squeezing those glutes, rolling those hips. We're going to stay here and do some single leg marches. You can march your right leg. Then inhale, put it back down, toe ball. You'll notice how slow I go. Same amount of time up. Using my arms to stabilize here a lot. Really pressing down on those straps. You can feel that isometric resistance on the arm. And an isometric contraction is an absolutely fabulous contraction for the muscles. It's very efficient for the muscles. And left. Toe ball, heel, and right. Here we're going to do 4 of these. And left. Do right. And then left. Then toe ball, heel back down. Squeeze and hold for 4, 3, 2. Shoulders back and down. And roll the spine down through each articulation. Next is the one-legged bridge, one of my personal favorites. You're going to go ahead and squeeze the glute and elevate the hip without rolling through your imprint and diving through the heel that you're stabilizing on. Lower back down and exhale to lift. Lower, again, remembering to press, keeping your shoulders open. We're doing 8. You can really feel that one-legged work. And I love how the inner thigh contracts using TRX straps because you're stabilizing and avoiding sawing from the arm. Keeping that right leg still. I do notice mine moving a little. I'm going to try to focus on that for the next 3 reps. Can you tell I made that correction? I think I did. I won't know until I see, but keeping that right leg nice and still. It also works and stabilizes through your pelvis as you avoid rotation of the hips. So now let's get on the other side. A nice right angle from your left leg, and then it's your bridge. towards that nice right angle with your left side, and now you're into your one-legged bridge, other side. Lift. I'm gonna watch this leg to make sure I'm not lowering and lifting it. I'm keeping it nice and still. Again, I'm pressing through those lats, triceps, keep those shoulders open, collarbone long and wide. Over that foot. We're going to inhale, prepare, exhale to imprint the spine. I'm going to give a couple different variations here. Here's a modification, just a gentle turn out of your legs and crossed ankles. This is your traditional Pilates rollover practice. You want to make sure your abdominals are doing the work, but obviously your arms are going to do a lot of work too. Draw in and upward on the abdominals. I do notice my shoulders. This is something I need to work on. So please keep remembering to draw your shoulders back and down and zipping up the abdominals here. Pelvic floor also drawing in and up. And return. Switch legs. Continue. Great exercise for everybody, but it is the modification for the next few reps that I'm going to do. So you will do 4 with each leg crossed, switching the cross leg. Now, if you want to do a larger rollover, put your elbows down. I like to keep my knees bent here. So you're going to roll your knees over the eyes and then roll with control back down. Another one I have a tough time with because my back is tight. So let's go ahead and do 4 more now. Bring those elbows down and we can use that first one as a cut. Here why I like to rest my elbows because I need a little support. Gives a nice stretch on the back. Two more here. Elbows down for stabilization. Avoid rotating up the hips. One more. Challenging. Again, 4 to 8 reps. I'm going to go ahead and do double leg taps. So you're going to tap both legs down. You can straighten your arms, shoulders back and down. We're going to tap down and lift. Really zipping up the abdominals and lifting the spine. Tap. Tap. And I'm really making sure I stay drawn in on the abdominals, but pressing lightly through the hands. Do 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. Make sure not to have the back arch when you tap. Doing your 3. Make sure you stay. I'll bring my arms up. Make sure you try to stay imprinted. Maybe you don't go all the way down. 2 more. So I'm modifying for these last 2. So right there, maintain that imprint, the connection, and then return. I like to give a break just for a moment. Take like 10-second breaks in between your exercises. And then we'll do our last exercise for under the TRX, which is lower and lift. Don't lower too low because I can't maintain my imprint. So I only lower the amount that I can. neck gets tight, I'm probably on the cusp of needing a little towel rolled up behind my head. You can see right here that the neck will get tight a little bit here. Now watch, I'll put my hand behind the head acting as a pillow. So if you were to roll up a towel, notice how that stays a lot more relaxed in the shoulders, head and neck. So continue, but the next time you do the video, just have a little towel underneath your head. I don't feel strain, so I'm okay. But if you do feel strain in your neck, just prop your head up a little bit. Remember that when your hips go up, whatever prop is behind your head comes out. It's only for these legs up positions or your feet flat on the mat. If your hips lift up, take that towel out.
So in the last section, we are under the TRX, but now the TRX is going to be vertical. Our mat's going to be slightly before it, and then we're going to do all our feet in the straps. Exercises. We're going to put our right and left foot in the TRX strap. Pulley system is about a quarter of the way up, or you can call it calf height, and everybody can choose the height that's most comfortable for them. I like to have my legs at a right angle from my hips to my knees to my feet. If the TRX is pushed through, it's a little bit easier, and if the TRX is really close to you forward of that vertical, then it's going to be even harder. Okay, because you have to pull it and then lift. So I like here or even slightly pushed through your TRX bars above. So we're going to roll through an imprint, squeeze your glutes, lift your hips, and then roll back down for each articulation of the spine through neutral. So it's a hip roll in the TRX. Roll through an imprint, squeeze your glutes, lift your hips, roll back down for each articulation of the spine through neutral. Again. Rolling ahead and rolling that imprint, squeezing that glute, lifting the hip, and rolling back down. Keeping those abdominals nice and tight, avoiding that rotation. You're going to really feel calf and hamstring. Squeeze those glutes to stabilize. Roll up. We're going to do 4 to 8. You choose your reps. You really want to drive through your heel when you press up. And all these exercises will be considered layer 1 exercises, and then I'll post TRX exercises that you can add onto your routine. So give a little stretch to those legs, that's pretty challenging. So next, we're going to do our hip lift, press out and in with our legs. So we're going to lift our hips just a few inches off your mat, and then we're going to press out and in. You want to avoid sawing. Okay? You want to keep those straps straight. We can keep a look at the bar above and make sure that that little bar on the TRX hook is straight. Let's do 7 more. Killer for the back of the thighs. Just going to move up a tiny bit. You can always play with your comfortable position once you know how to use the TRX. Very hard. 4 more, keeping those hips nice and stable. Trying to go nice and slow. 1 more. And return back down. A little 10-second break. And then we're going to lift the hips again. We're going to do open and close. Make sure to keep your toes level and straight. Your hands definitely support your stabilization. Love this one. Press out into your thighs and in with your inner thighs. Next exercise
exercise will be stag, a Pilates exercise. Again, pretty challenging. Making sure again that you're not sawing through the top. And we're going to lift the hips again. And we're going to draw your right knee in and your left leg open. And then press it back. And other side. Right knee in, left leg open. Left leg, right leg. Four more. So now we're going to work with toes in the straps. You're going to put your left foot in the right strap. Make sure they don't cross. And your right foot in the left strap. And then we're going to turn towards the side that has the leg crossed over. Side bridge. Stack your feet toe to heel. It will help you avoid shaving in the side position. You want to glue those feet together. I feel it helps anchor. You want to make sure if you use your kickstand hand, it's just a light press up. Don't rotate your hips to push off your top arm. Okay, so our first exercise is going to be your side bridge. Now really pull underneath your bottom lat. It puts less strain on your shoulder and your forearm. Okay? I definitely feel the work, but I don't feel the pressure that a lot of people say they have when they do side bridge, because you draw up from the lat, use that big muscle under the lat, all into the abdominals to help pull you off the ground. So you're not just sinking and lifting, you're really pulling up and lengthening. Okay? So I'm going to show you how to get to the other side. And then I'm going to edit that whole series again. I'll continue on this side. You follow along, make sure you switch your side. So roll to your belly. Don't come out of the strap. Next exercise are your knee taps, okay? We're gonna try to do 8, but 4 to 8 reps will be fun. Watch for turnout of your leg. Notice I use my kickstand because these get really hard. So roll to your belly. Don't come out of the strap.
Next will be open and close the legs in your side bridge. So roll to your belly. Don't come out of the straps. Now we're going to start some of the prone positions, facing the ground. We're going to start with saw, shoulders back and down. You're going to come up onto your knees. It's a great start position. Your abs are already working. You're going to come here to a full leg long position. You're going to rock forward and back. Keep your head nice and long. I like to take a shell stretch. Take anywhere from 10 to 20 seconds of a rest. Next, we're going to go onto our full arm, our full plank, and tuck the knees into the chest. Keep that head nice and long, shoulders back and down, shoulders directly over the wrists. In between each rep, I like to take a shell. You'll need it, you'll want it. Go ahead and take it. You deserve it after these reps. They're so challenging. And then just like on your back, we're gonna go ahead and do our hold and our open and close inner and outer thigh. And again, a shell. And then we're back out, unilateral stag. So, leg out, one in, one open, other side. Avoid rotation at the hips. Four more. Last one. Killer. I promise. This whole time I'm trying to keep good form, but it is pretty challenging. Do the best you can. Pikes are next. Exhale, stretch. Is your swap. Arms are straight out, legs are open, making sure that you're in the middle of your mat. On the inhale, you're going to come up for a beautiful extension. A little turn up to your legs and squeeze the glutes and point the toes. Exhale. Inhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. These are from 4 to 8 reps if you love an exercise. Go ahead and do 8 reps, but also if it's challenging for you, take a little break and do 4 more. Really driving that pubic bone into the ground so you don't overextend your lumbar. Extension and lat pulls in your extension. Come up for extension on the inhale, pull back. Press forward. 7 more. Those glutes down a little bit. You lengthen the squeeze those glutes. So go back and press in a shell, keeping your straps. So if you want to hold on to one and then press back. And stretching over to one side. The other. Then stretching over to one side. And the other. Back to center. Roll out. Your final exercise will be your dolphin with rotation into a little pec. So we're going to go into the side bridge and a little pull. Back out. Finding that comfortable spot for your feet. And a little pull. Back out. 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 So roll to your belly. Don't come out of the straps. So we're going to go into the side bridge. And a little pull. Back out. And a little pull. Back out. A little pull. Back out. And a little pull. Back out. And a little pull.